The dark web is a $180 million per year business selling things from drugs to fake cash to stolen credit card information to steroids for liver king.
Because liver is king! More!
Well, in this video, we are going to take a deep dive into this side of the internet along with make some purchases to show the risks of doing this and why you should never try this at home. After downloading the Tor browser, I visited a dark website known as Aries Market, an all-purpose online shop for items from drugs to a wide selection of counterfeit jewelry, gold, software, to items bought with stolen credit cards. Just from the homepage, you guys can see that there's some interesting things for sale on this website, and it definitely isn't as user-friendly as a place like Google. And there's a good reason for that. As you guys can see, there are a ton of security features on here. Most sites on the dark web are not legit. They simply steal your crypto without shipping anything you order. Similar to a platform like eBay, these websites act as a middleman, not releasing the funds to the seller until 3 weeks after the package has been marked shipped. Weirdly good customer service if you ask me. And since this website has that middleman feature, there's at least going to be a higher likelihood that it's legit. So moving on the website, the first thing we're going to look up is fake gold, and boom, I found a listing selling a fake gold eagle coin for $27. For those of you who don't know, a gold eagle coin is supposed to be an ounce of gold worth about $2,000 right now, and I'm also going to buy a fake silver eagle coin for $15, which is supposed to be worth an ounce of silver worth about 25 bucks right now. Lately, I've been looking into diversifying my investments into things like gold or silver coins, so for that reason, I bought a fake version of each to know what to look out for in case I ever come across something like this. Also, at the end of this video, when everything comes in, I want to know if both a professional and an everyday person can tell if the gold and silver I purchased is fake. Next up, I'm going to be buying fake Australian currency along with fake US currency. According to the US Department of Treasury, an estimated $70 million of fake US currency is in circulation. That's about 1 in every 10,000 notes. Whereas in Australia, rates of counterfeiting remain relatively low compared to other countries, with only about $1.4 million of fake currency in circulation, or about 1 in every 100,000 notes. I first spent $212.81 to buy $4,000 of Australian currency, then followed that up with a $280 order for a little over $1,000 in fake cash. I then deposited Bitcoin into the website, and it's estimated that both packages arrive within 7 days. Now, the reason for me doing this is obviously not because I want to scam anyone. In fact, you will see me destroy these bills at the end of this video. I'm doing this because I want to see just how realistic these counterfeit bills look, along with if the reason for Australia having less of a counterfeiting problem is due to their bills having more security features, or if it's simply because the US bill is more popular globally. It's officially been 11 days since we ordered off the dark web, and so far we've received 3 suspicious looking packages. Now let's unbox them. But while we unbox this first package, I partnered with Aura, who is sponsoring this video. Aura is what I personally use when browsing the dark web to keep my personal information safe and secure. They provide online security tools like antivirus, VPNs, and also credit monitoring systems for all 3 major credit bureaus with immediate fraud alerts in case your personal information ever gets in the hands of someone who shouldn't have it. And just how in this video where we saw people's personal information like their credit cards or PayPal accounts being sold on the dark web, Aura has you covered if this ever happens to you. But next up, as you guys can see in front of me, we've got some packages to open. So to start things off, I think we're gonna go with this package up here. It clearly came internationally since it has a custom stamp up front, I believe from the country of Greece. So let's go ahead and open this baby up. And now that it's open, we're gonna take a look inside, and it is one of the coins. I believe it is the gold eagle coin. So unwrapping the bubble wrap, you can see we've got a fake gold eagle coin in this baggie right here. This is something we got for $27 from the dark web, and I believe it's worth around $2,000 if it was authentic. It's in this little plastic case, so let's whip it out and see how legit it feels. Opening up the plastic case here and feeling the coin, it definitely feels pretty legit to me, but I obviously don't have a legitimate gold coin here to compare it to. But yeah, guys, this is the outside of the coin. The graphics and everything looks pretty legit. I could see this fooling at least a noob. It would probably fool me. Being offered Aura when browsing the dark web is like standing in front of a burning house and being offered
fire insurance on it.
It's not a matter of if something happens, it's a matter of when. With an estimated $43 billion of fraud that occurred in 2023, industry, and it's an industry growing rapidly year over year. And for as little as $12 a month, Aura offers all of its adult members $1 million of insurance for any eligible losses or fees due to identity theft. It's literally the price of any VPN, but with much more to offer. So click the top link down below in the description or go to aura.com/wolf for a 2-week free trial. Now let's open package number 2, which I believe is the fake Silver Eagle coin, and I actually have a real silver coin here to compare it to. But going ahead and opening the second package up, it's actually an envelope which clearly came from within the United States. So to open this up, we're gonna use the scissors, cut it open, and to pop whatever's inside out, we can see here that there's like a little piece of paper. That's really interesting. And then I think the coin inside. So it just popped out right here. It came inside this random ass paper, but the coin is right in this bubble wrap here. Just like the last one, it came in a little plastic holder, but to pop it out of this container so we know what it feels like, it feels pretty legit from first glance, but to kind of weigh it between the real ounce of silver, you can definitely tell that this coin right here is heavier. So that's one thing I will say. There's a definite weight difference between the two coins. Look-wise, the coin looks pretty legit. I've seen real Silver Eagles and it matches it almost perfectly, but the weight is kind of throwing me off. I'm by no means an expert, so let's take these fakes to a coin shop to get their thoughts, and then we're gonna open up this last package, which has to be the fake money. Then we're gonna talk to a convicted counterfeiting kingpin who is deemed one of the best of all time by the Secret Service.
The silver one looks okay, but I don't think the gold one's real. Even the silver one looks funny.
Each coin was then placed on a testing kit.
Nope, no, I don't think this one is. Let me see the other one.
An ounce of a metal is 31.1 grams. So this is supposed to be an ounce of silver, but it weighs 29.1 grams or 29 grams.
Right,
so it's not right there. And this weighed less, a little bit less. This weighed 28.6. So neither one of them is an ounce.
On top of the weight, coin shops have machines that tells them right away the purity of a coin.
See that one?
Oh, so it'll tell you right away.
Yeah.
These are counterfeit, so you can tell. You guys are lucky not getting in trouble and not getting arrested.
You're not really supposed to fake gold eagle or silver eagles.
This conversation made me realize I had to get rid of these coins. Both coins are now in my trash can, soon on the way to the dump, and hopefully to be never seen again. Now, next up, we're gonna open this next package we got from the dark web. So opening up this next package, as expected, it looks like we're about to unbox some fake money. This money is actually looking like the Australian currency, and as you guys can see, we have some fake $50 bills along with some fake $20 Australian bills. And whipping out one of these bills, it feels a little bit plasticky, which is how it's supposed to feel, but when it comes to those watermarks that the Australian bills have, this bill doesn't represent it at all. But not all counterfeiters are terrible at their job.
I kind of found myself in a desperate financial situation, basically. I lost my job, I had a newborn baby at home, the lease was almost up in the house we were renting. I was just kind of in a spot to where I needed money quick.
Which led Jeff Turner to use his artistic talents for the dark side.
I took some stock images from like Wikipedia, actually, but I also took a $100 bill and ironed it out, like got it nice and crisp and flat, and took a high resolution photo of it, uploaded those photos, and then through kind of like a freeware program online called paint.net, with that, I broke the images down to like multiple different layers. So like I'd erase everything except the background color, and then another layer with like the serial numbers and treasury seals, and then I'd have like 20 more layers with the serial numbers jumbled up, so they were all different serial numbers. I found that Bible paper worked like really well. It glows in UV light, a dull purple, just like money. To break all the security features, basically, I adjusted the contrast on the 100 in the bottom corner and made it solid black, and then painted over it with iridescent green eyeshadow. It like replicated the color shifting ink pretty flawlessly.
This trial and error process took Jeff months to perfect, but once the learning was done, his bills worked flawlessly. How much money were you making a month? Because it seems like you were probably making a lot.
I mean, I know every day I'd never made less than $2,000. That was like my bare minimum. I'd make at least $20, $100 bills every day, no matter what. With that being said, anywhere from $60,000 a month to maybe $100,000 a month.
So it turns out the business of literally printing money is very lucrative. Were you able to like stockpile any of this profit that you were making before you ended up getting caught?
Hey, I'm on parole still. Nah, no, I really didn't. Not like what you think. You know, they seized a lot of stuff. I owe a lot in restitution.
So from that stupid question, it's pretty clear that Jeff eventually got busted. After a 2-year stretch of printing nearly $1 million in cash, Jeff got snitched on by one of the people he sold his cash to.
He just started buying like 5 or 10 grand every few weeks from me. Eventually, he went up to Cleveland with $20,000 in real cash and $5,000 in my bills. And he got pulled over and interrogated. The police knew he was a drug dealer. He's like this 25-year-old black kid driving in a stolen car with $25,000 in cash and a Louis Vuitton bag in his passenger seat. You know what I mean? It's just like stupid and obvious. The police seized that money thinking it's drug money. They didn't even know the bills were fake. They deposit it in their seized drug money bank account, and then the bank comes back and says 5,000 of these are fake. It didn't take him long to tell on me. And basically, like, he made a deal with the Cleveland Secret Service to come down to Knoxville and set me up.
And if you guys want to hear more about this story, from close calls of Jeff using the bills at stores to what he spent his money on, the link to the full podcast episode will be down below in the description, as it's on my second channel. But ultimately, the Secret Service was so impressed with Jeff's bills,
They said it was the best they've seen in 25 years.
that in exchange for detailed information on how he makes them, he received only 10 months of prison time, plus they agreed to keep his restitution under $100,000. So with that being said, his social medias will also be linked down below in the description, and if you guys want to learn more about legal manners of making money, be sure to check out this playlist right here and subscribe to the channel since I have way more videos coming. Peace out.